What up, y'all? Sharing the live. Make sure y'all share the live. Getting it out there. I hate this part. Hopefully y'all having a good week. Great week. Make sure y'all sharing the live too. That should be it. Let's get it. What up, people? Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody on Instagram, on YouTube. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Hopefully y'all got y'all get rights. If you ain't got it, go get it. Keep my shit handy. All right. Definitely get that workout in my neck. Had the mean show yesterday. Birthday show was yesterday. Tonight, it's a follow-up. But we got more topics. We had one topic yesterday. Talking about being upgraded. Does money mean that more money mean that you upgraded? If you date somebody who has more money than the last person you dated, does that mean that you upgraded? Cashville, what up, what up? That's what we spoke about yesterday. And then I asked, have you ever upgraded somebody? Cash versus credit. Good question. Good topic. Larry the Rock, what's going on? Shout out to you. That's funny. So we get started in a few minutes. Shout out to everybody tuned in from new platforms, different platforms. Shout out to everybody that's new, watching right now. Everybody on YouTube that's watching. Got about 5 topics tonight. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6. Not going to get to all of them. Probably rock with about 4 topics tops. 3 to 4 topics tops. So we'll give it a second. Mortgage, what up? Let me get the audio right for a second. The audio right. Popping with you. Hold on one second. Let me switch out the audio. Wednesday nights, for everybody new that's tuned in, we go live Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. Thursday be
going on?
Show. It's popping with you.
Not much.
All right. Like I said, last night we spoke about does more money mean you upgraded? BG and K,
no.
Going on?
Like we said yesterday.
Huh?
Like we said yesterday, you gotta have more. It's more than finances. I mean, finances is a part of the upgrade, but that's not the only perspective to it.
It depends on the person.
I mean,
if that's all they
and age brackets, age range too, bro.
I don't know if age necessarily has something to do with it, because I know some motherfuckers is in our age bracket that acts like they.
I know. We still got some idiots out there.
Somebody typed in there cash versus money. That's a good topic. I don't think we're gonna talk about that tonight. We may or may not. I mean, that is a good topic to actually talk about. So we may actually go ahead and delve into that. That Bossy, what up? DJ Cashville. Choose Anoya. What's going on? $100. Feel you. What up, Flossie?
Good evening, y'all. Hey, what's going on?
What's going on?
What it does?
I don't know why you got that deep ass voice, Al Sharpton. We are not doing that tonight. Wake up! You sound like you laying on your side. The wheelchair.
No, I'm not laying up. I'm coming out of the flu. I'm coming out of the flu.
That could be it.
Yeah.
So, well, keep that shit over there tight. We'll feel better.
Thank you, Flossie. Appreciate it.
Man, get some oil of oregano.
Yeah, feel better.
Let's get it started, y'all. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what we do. Get it right. Bringing y'all that info table with the truth. Hashtag Factuals. We live with me, your host, Vision, the man and the meaning. That's all the omens giving y'all that sight beyond sight. I ain't the freshest. But I bust some stupid dope moves. J30 type the better 100 to 8. Telling they got, oh, hell no. Fuck up my face. Let's go, y'all. So we got, I had to do it. My bad. I had to do it. We got mortgage in the building. We had mortgage in the building.
Yes, sir. No, I'm here.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Who you are, man? You all right?
Okay. No, I'm cool. This is the mortgage eliminator. We eliminate a 30-year mortgage by invalidating the mortgage contract. I mean, and challenging the mortgage contract in every court, all 50 states, for sure.
All right. Flossie in the building.
Hey, y'all. Oh, I got to do the intro. Hey, y'all, I'm Flossie So Bossy. I don't know what I was just thinking. I'm Flossie So Bossy. I'm from the borough that's thorough, but all them other boroughs. I'm from the nice part, the bueno part. Come visit sometime. You'll be all right. Visit my page, Cancer Misfits. Also, click on the link tree. I help brands scale their businesses. I'm also helping brands who need apparel. My manufacturer just reached out to me. They will allow me to pick 5 brands. All you got to do is have your logo. So I am going to push that out next week. Whoever's interested, you want brand apparel, they will give you discounts off of the fact that Tantrum recommended you. So yeah, that's what I got going on. What's up, fellas?
All right. That's what's up. That's what's up right
there. Yeah, I definitely need it.
Yeah, let me know, Morgan. Like I said, whoever, I'm gonna do a not to take over the host beginning of his show, but I am going to do a raffle, and I'm not even gonna pick, but I definitely will help you, Mortgage. I know you have some apparel that you want to get for your brand. So yeah, holla at me.
Hey. So look, y'all. Topics we got for tonight: Jamaica Ave. All right. Cashville, you want to join the live? Project of the Brownstones. All right. If y'all want to join the live, let me know, huh? But you gotta have your background gotta be good. Know what I mean? Background gotta be good. So look, these are the topics we got for tonight, y'all. We got privacy versus secrecy. We have which of your actions can you blame on someone else? We have we never spoke about do you value?
Yeah, we talked about
womanhood, manhood over what's right. Did we talk about that?
I know we talked about
You saying did we value manhood over womanhood or woman?
Do you value womanhood, manhood, with the / manhood over what's right? Like basically like
we talked about the one you mentioned before that though.
Which of your actions can you blame on someone else?
Yes, we talked about that extensively.
All right, let me go to
Yep.
Trash that one. You have outside influences that impacted you growing up, or that impacts your children. Conversations that give energy and conversations that take energy.
Ooh,
Now we talked about being friend zone and stuff before. Now, once you get in, this topic is, once you're in the friend zone, or once you're zoned as anything, can that be broken? Can you break out of that? Can you get out of that zone?
It only comes down to the.
Can you take yourself too serious? And last, would you
dim
your light?
Oh, okay, my bad.
You good. Would you dim your light for those around you to shine? Yeah, you can pick the first one. Mortgage.
I like the last one you said.
Would you dim your light?
Would you dim your light for other people to shine?
Let's talk about that first. Would you dim your light for those around you to shine? All right. All right. So go ahead. Would you?
It depends on who it is. Depends on who it is, because some people don't value the fact of like what it could be a stage, in front of people or whatever, or an interview or something like that. So it depends on who it is and what quality of friendship or whatever you have with them, because you can't do that for everybody, because as soon as you do that if you did that for everybody, some people will shit on you and just be like, okay, thank you, or use the situation, and then don't care about what you did, or even acknowledge that not that you look for it, but you would appreciate that they come back and say, I appreciate the individual for putting me in the position.
Right.
So it depends on the person.
Okay. What's your take on that, Flossie?
Should you dim your light for somebody?
Yeah,
That's the question?
Would you dim your light
for them to shine?
For those around you to shine?
Oh, no. No.
And at no point of Flossie?
No.
So let me ask you, can I ask this question? I don't mean to derail.
Yeah.
But
you ain't derailing, because I'm not
let's say
what I was about to say.
let's say it's your spouse.
Yep.
Right?
No,
and
I don't care.
And what? Damn,
No. I want you to ask the question, because that was where I was going to go with it. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is, if it was your spouse, because y'all got the tight relationship, and he wanted to see you shine, and you wanted to see him shine. And let's say it was let's say you did the event, but people liked you, but they you had the women that liked him, the guys that liked you, or whatever. And it was your event, but ultimately he was shining just like you were. You wouldn't say, okay, you got it, handle that, because it's gonna come back to both of y'all anyway in a positive sense.
But that's not
you done with your question?
Oh, yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
I've done that. I'm talking about where, so I'm talking about $100,000. I've done that where it didn't even matter who was responsible for what we both winning. And I definitely played it as if it didn't matter, because I'm a team player anyway, right? So when there was a time, and this is not even me to gloat or anything like that, but there was a time where my business did almost like $2,000 a day. COVID was a great time. And even though I wouldn't even say, I was doing all the work or this and the third, it didn't matter. It was ours. You see what I'm saying? It was ours. And nobody could even tell if Sheena was doing it or if he was doing it, because that's how I played it.
Right.
And you wouldn't have been able to differentiate who was doing what. All you knew is that this was a family business and the family was getting it. and it didn't matter, right? And
Right.
so, have I dimmed my light? Would you call that dimming my light? Absolutely. Because I've always said, I've never even been with anybody that per se had it as far as if you want to talk about finances more than me. I've always had it where I didn't, if I needed a man, it definitely wasn't about his money because that wasn't something that I even looked for, and he most likely didn't make more money than me in almost every case.
Damn.
Okay, but I didn't care about that type of
stuff.
Right. So when you ask me, have I ever dimmed my light? I've dimmed my light plenty of times, and I probably had no business doing it because it didn't really help. It was me enabling.
In the long run.
Right. Yeah. It was me being an enabler, and I was coddling. And then when you talk about even family, I've dimmed my light. Had no business doing that. But because I know you always, you know how you grow with your cousins, and it's always that cousin that they low key hate you, but you love them anyway. It's cool, you know. I've done all of that, so I've done it in different spaces. I've done it at work. I've done it in my career. I've done it in relationships, whether they're intimate, you know, family, whatever. Now, now I'm on some. All y'all gonna get this, like whether you want it or not, because in the end, I'm not supposed to. As the host cousin told me one time, talking to me, that you're not supposed to do that because now you're not. It's not fair to the world that you're not giving the world the gift God gave you. You're not supposed to dim yourself for nobody. It doesn't matter how insecure or how crazy they are. So when I heard that topic, I was like, oh no. I almost got triggered because I can't do it anymore. And I can't do it anymore because if I'm triggering you by just being light, that's something you got to deal with. That's not something I got to deal with because I'm supposed to be shining. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Not even that I don't gloat in glory anyway, but I'm not supposed to be playing the back if that's not what God told me to do. Right. You know, I'm a firm believer in if God give you the ball. Nigga, what you doing? You're supposed to be balling. Right. That's not what these NBA players do. When they get the ball, they ball. They don't drop the ball and say, "Oh no, you get it." Right?
Well, you know, sometimes your spouse be, you know, they be, you know, pretty much docile, and you be the energetic one out of the both of y'all.
Well, you know, sometimes it's like that. Like sometimes everybody not hot.
Right.
Everybody not hot. One of us is hot and one of us is lukewarm, and it's okay.
Right.
It's like
you lukewarm and I'm burning up.
You got to look at certain factors. To answer the question, you give your light for those around you to shine, my answer is no. Like I said, I don't care. Molo's mama, how you doing? My bad if I said that wrong. Let me know if y'all want to join on the live. You can request to join the live as well. It doesn't matter who it is. You know, like the Bible says we are the light of the world. Like, I mean, you're not supposed to dim your light. Like, the thing is, you're supposed to shine. And the thing is, in order for someone else to shine, if you got to dim your light for someone else to shine, they're still not going to shine because you had to take a step back. It's like, y'all remember the movie, what was it, Biker Boys? You know, when Lawrence Fishburne was racing his son, and then the last one, and he let up, he eased up on the throttle, so he slowed down a little bit so his son could win. Right? He did that so his son could win, but in retrospect, his son really didn't fucking win because he busted his ass. He won. He would have won until he let up. And first off, it's a false sense of success to his son. He got to go around like I'm the man, like I won, but nigga, you really didn't win. You was given that victory. It's like Love It Basketball when he said she was like I won. He's like I let you win. You know, it's like you really haven't experienced what it is to actually do it. Really,
but let me ask you this:
hold on.
Okay,
You really haven't experienced what it is to actually have the victory. Like you have the shit given to you. So it's kind of like when you grew up with money, so you really you don't know what it's like to go out and get money. You know what I mean? You have it. It was given to you. So it's like if I have to dim my light for my daughter to shine, then she's not gonna know what it's like to have to climb the ranks and or to do the things that she needs to do to get to where she needs to be. She's gonna have a false sense of success and that's bad on my part because I gave her that false sense of success. And that means she's gonna go through life thinking that she's supposed to just happen in this way or that way, or it's supposed to be easy. That's not my job. My job isn't that to not do my thing because you can't do yours. Step your fucking game up, or you know what I mean, that's just what it is. What's your question?
No, I mean you pretty much answered that. I was just saying, as a father, sometimes either daughter or son, sometimes if you got them in a better position, and sometimes it's like would you let your child get in that better
Hell
position?
no, I bust my son ass in Uno, Monopoly, checkers, everything.
Well,
I go in.
I'm playing my daughter in Street Fighter. I'm busting her ass. Know what I mean? If I'm playing in,
well, I mean, I'm
playing in Mortal Kombat.
We not letting up. No,
I play in chess. I play in checkers. I'm busting her ass because why?
How many times my son been mad because I fucked him up in Connect Four? He looking like damn.
Well, I would say,
all the money. You land on my shit if you want. You better have the money.
Well, I would say it like this. If it's but I'm saying if it's just a regular non-effective, but something that can really put them in, like let's say put them in position.
Like, look,
coddling. That's coddling.
This is what it is, Morgan. You gotta realize, man. Hey, Miss Kid, what's going on? You gotta realize when you give
coddling.
When you give to your kids, they don't know what it's like to earn. Like, a lot of times we always say, I want to give my children the things that I didn't have, right?
Right.
We forget to give them things that we did have. We forget to give them the structure. We forget to give them the work ethic. We forget to give them the grit that we had to go through to get the things that we got. Because when we automatically start them at the level of having, that shit, they don't appreciate that. Like, yo, my daughter got more shit than I ever had in my life up until I got this shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's like, she doesn't understand what it is to get it. So when I'm teaching her to wash dishes, she washing the dishes like, I'm like, yo, my grandmother would have bust my bow. Put that dish back in the sink. Stop the sink up. Put the water, the soap, da. So we gotta stop trying to like be the crutch because we're not supposed to be the crutch. Like we have to. You are a crutch whenever you're giving them, and it's called enablement. You're enabling them. Mm-hmm. So whenever you enable somebody, like I'm not gonna dim my light for somebody else to shine, but what I will do is I'll help you to brighten your light as well. Like, know what I mean, I'll show you how to get it. I'm not a gatekeeper. We talked about gatekeeping. You got to teach them how to get it. Miss Kid, what's going on?
Right.
What up?
It's been a while. It's been a long time. Oh, what up, my guy?
Did I miss your birthday? Happy early birthday.
That was yesterday. Appreciate you.
Oh, well, happy birthday. I'm sorry.
Salute. So look, the topic is, Miss Kid, would you dim your light for those around you to shine?
You want my honest answer?
Yeah.
Well.
Hell no.
Normal answer. Nah, I'm messing with you.
Hell no.
Right.
Because why do you feel like I gotta water myself down just to make you shine? I'm not doing that. To make you feel comfortable.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's not my purpose here on earth. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if my shine irritates you or makes you feel uncomfortable, that's a you problem. You need to go find yourself. So at the end of the day, I know I'm not dimming myself for anybody.
Go. Art, I see you, Art. Put the SoundCloud in there. So that's what we was talking about. So Morgan said that he's gonna, he's like the lights that you could be brighter and then you could also dim it. That way everyone else could come in the room and shine. So no.
No,
It's
no.
not
I
like
said, I said it. I said it depends because I was looking at people like your spouse, or your kids. Because I'm like this, especially with your kids. I was under. I mean, I get what everybody's saying because the kids won't appreciate it, whatever, whatever. But you know, like if you got the tenacity to get up and go, and even when you try to show them, sometimes it's like, you know, they
You
don't,
gotta
they
be
don't.
careful with that. You gotta be careful with that because
Mm,
a lot of people out here are very insecure to begin with,
but
and you gotta be
right.
careful about pausing, stopping. It's no break. You get what
but
I'm saying? It's no break because
Ali.
I'm not here to appease anybody. You know how
right,
many motherfuckers don't like me? I don't even know. Like
And
I don't. And
right.
it's not even because I'm saying that they don't like me for any
Right.
particular reason. I'm just really what are say?
He
I'm
said
just
turn the
really
cameras off. Ali, what up?
hey Ali. Um
what's going on, Island?
it's just, Miss Kia, hi Miss Kia. She did say that already. Hey, what's going on? I was like, I didn't even say hi to my girl. Yeah, it's all right, baby. Hola, como estás?
This kid being
And
brand new.
so, nah. We're not gonna. But don't be trying to come for us, man. I will say this. I've been just because I come in the room and I smile. Yeah. You have no idea how many times I've gotten that type of energy.
Right,
Mind you, I had a fucked up day. You wouldn't even know. Yeah.
right,
But it's like you're not supposed to dim your light. So the topic, the question, we're gonna stick to that. Should you dim your light and nobody know?
no,
That's part of their lesson.
Right.
Yeah, and motherfucker, look at this motherfucker over here
Yeah.
shining. Damn.
Turn that shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's part of the lesson. That's what they need to learn. And everybody got that same 24 hours of need to see that mirror of how to shine.
Right.
right,
They don't know how to do it.
You gotta
So
learn
you
that you
take
can't beat the best by having something given to you by the best. You gotta beat them. Like pause.
Yeah.
Like you can't like Kobe didn't say, "Hey, Jordan, I need you to stop, being so great so I can step my game up." He went in and bust his ass and worked hard so he can try to be as good. Now he never beat Jordan, but at the same time, it's like once Jordan time was over, Kobe took over. I mean, the thing is,
right.
look at that example that you gave.
I
It's
know.
inspiring.
But,
No, I'm saying look
that's
at
what it's
the
about. It's
example
inspiration.
that you gave. It's inspiring. Nobody is trying. If nobody's trying to beat you, you're not doing something right. Right.
Right.
What it is,
You know what I'm
what y'all
saying?
do
If
when
they
handle
not,
pressure.
yeah.
And some people
You know,
succumb, or some people
that's
step
what
their game up.
that's what it is. A lot of people out here can't handle pressure these days.
It's called being a sucker. Mm-hmm. You being no for real. It's called being a sucker. Say it again, Flossie. It's called being a straight up sucker. You gotta learn how to be sucker free. Why are you mad that this next person is waking up
There is
just
powerful
like you?
niggardry at work here.
This person is waking up just like you, and they're choosing to put the best foot forward and to be great. You should look at that and say, "Damn, this person, when they come in the room, they float like reefer. How are they doing that shit?"
She said float like me. Okay.
No, I float.
I didn't expect that one.
I definitely do.
This reminds me of y'all ever watch that cartoon Pokemon back in the days?
I still have to, unfortunately.
Y'all remember was it Charizard when he got bigger? He was was it Charmander when he got bigger or Charizard when he got bigger?
I don't know the name. I just remember the
cartoon.
I don't know.
On the tail. So basically, what happened was he was tough shit when he running around with the little boy, whatever. Pause. I mean, sound like R. Kelly, but he was tough shit when he was running around with him and fighting all the Pokemon. But when he got to the island of all of the Charizards, he wasn't shit to the point to where like they bust his ass and they kicked him out. He was just in the water. And what he did was he had to sit there in the water and watch everybody on top of them. Bless, what up, my guy? He had to watch all the other ones on top of the mountain handling business. And he just sat there and just watched them. He's like, yo, it's determination. You can see it. It's a cartoon, but I always remember that because of that moment. I always looked at shit like whenever I did something, I'm so competitive. Like when it came to like playing sports, when it came to rapping, when it came to doing whatever I did, if I wasn't better than somebody at that time, it was like I ain't giving up. Like I'm right back on that ass. Like yo, we ain't stopping. Nah, we ain't stopping. So like when it came to playing ball, like you got me, bong, we running it back. We running it back until you either tire out and I'm gonna win, nigga, or I'm gonna take the fucking crown. That's what it's about. It's about the determination. Even if you don't win, it's about the determination, the drive that you have. And some people want you to lower their shit so that way they can seem better, like they can get a victory. But is that really a victory? That's not a victory. So you will be remiss to dim your light for somebody else. You'll be doing someone a disservice to dim your light for them to shine. And in actuality, it's like you really a fucked up individual for doing that for them, because now they're not going to really have that experience. In my mind, in my mind.
Morton said, "Damn, you say value."
Well, he know he a fucked up individual now.
But you know what? At the same time, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. So, you know, just because someone else is getting doesn't mean that you can't get it too. You sitting there watching you're allowing your plate to be, you know, sitting there getting cold while you're watching somebody else's plate be full. At the same time, like you can be getting it instead of hating on that person. Right. You know what I'm saying? And wondering what they're doing to make their life better. You need to focus on you and see what you need to do to make your life better. Like it's not, like I said, some people, they feel uncomfortable because somebody else is shining. They always got something to say. Oh, and the first thing they say, "Oh, look at you and your little job." Why gotta be little?
Not little.
It ain't little because it makes you feel uncomfortable, and that's what people say when they feel like you're inferior to them. Like, "Oh, look at you and your little, you know, such and such and such." Why you gotta say little? Why can't you just say like, "Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you." You know. Do you put me on or show me like what do you think I should be doing differently in my life because I need some type of guidance and I don't have it, instead of them being, you know, well, you shining too bright, Flossy. You doing the most. Why do you feel the need?
Come with your Gucci shades, then, nigga.
What else?
Feel the need?
Well, that's because most of the time when they making those statements about, I mean, your little job or your little this, they not really happy for you. They not really happy.
I'm gonna come on camera because I'm talking too much shit tonight. I'm sorry.
You know,
but go ahead.
They not really happy.
So look, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to hashtag Factuals, one stop for information.
Your little camera.
Why is that every time I'm on the phone, y'all start asking questions and stuff whenever you feel like you want to go to bed?
We go to the next topic. So we got privacy versus secrecy. We have, do you value womanhood or manhood over what's right? We have outside influences that impacted you growing up or impacts children growing up. Conversations that give energy and conversations that take energy. Can you ever break out of one of the zone, like the friend? Can you break out of friend zone? Can you break out of if you get zoned by somebody, whatever it may be, you may be money zone, friend zone. Just can you ever break out of that? Like, I mean, and can you take yourself too serious? Which one you want?
First of all, no, I don't take myself serious because I'm a bullshitter sometimes. But no, I'm playing.
Damn. She said, motherfucker. First off, somebody told me this shit, but somebody was triggered.
I know. No, because I really don't. I'm one of them people, like, I don't argue with people either. So like I'll start breaking out and I'll start breaking out in song with a motherfucker, one of them Tyler Perry songs and shit.
I don't know.
I swear to goodness, I will not argue with anybody. I will not. I'll be looking like, who you talking to? Okay, you go argue with yourself. All right, bye. Cool. So be it. But no, on all seriousness, let's do the influential one.
Which one?
Like the outside influences.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like this one. So the topic, y'all, outside influences that impacted you growing up or that impacts children. So we talked about this on the podcast about things about influences and having outside influences. And I believe it was said on here that nothing outside of the household influenced them. when they were kids growing up. Someone on the show right now, I'm not going to say no names, Mortgage, agreed.
Why you always do that? I'm like that.
I know.
I want out this chat.
I got tips. I got
see how you do me.
Don't be doing him like that.
See how you do with me, ladies.
And I called on the show. There's no anybody that ever tell me that there's nothing.
Well, you gotta let Kia answer because she didn't talk about it.
Go ahead, Ms. Kia.
What was the question again? I'm sorry. I was sitting here eating oxtail.
Can you
outside
are there any does outside influence you? Were there any outside influences?
There was. A lot. So this goes back into me shining light, dimming my light to make other people comfortable. I started working at a young age in the PR field, communications field. So like dumb people who allowed me, I grew up in a project, so there was always opportunity for growth somewhere, somehow, some way. I found that opportunity. So the people who, you know, groomed me into the businesswoman that I am today, they did have a lot of impact on my life. Because I could have been pregnant at 14, 15, 16. I could have been smoking weed, drinking, still living in a project, you know, still just doing anything just to be out in the street. But instead, I had basically a group of people who seen the potential in me, like, hey, she's a quick learner. This is what we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? We're going to start a program. We start our own nonprofit organization. So when we start having celebrity basketball games, concerts, and I'm meeting all of these celebrities and stuff at like 14, 15. My first real job working in this field, I worked at a law firm at 15. Never thought I would be able to, but because I had these outside influential people who grew me and showed me like, hey, there's all of these opportunities for you. Show us what you can do. And I proved that. I can go to school and go to work. You know what I mean? Doing stuff that not a normal teenager can be doing. So I showed them and, you know, and I kept proving every year, like, okay, this year I'm going to do this. This year I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to play sports, go to school, do clinicals, get my CNA degree, and still work outside of this. Because I had these group of people who showed me, not saying like I didn't have stuff, but I had outside influences that grew me into who I am today. You know what I mean? And who expected more of me. Like, let me do something out of pocket. They're like, oh, that's not you. They put me in my place. Like, you know better. You know, so I believe there's a lot of, depending on what you do and how you do it and how you carry yourself, determines who you grow into be. And these people, I give them credit every day or anytime I see them. That, you know, I'm thankful that they did give me the chance to work with them and learn from them and grow. Because once I went to college, I went to school for mass communications. I'm like, oh, this PR stuff, this communications industry, this is a lot, but I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to go to school and get my degree in that. And that's what I did. Right. So, yeah.
All right. So you was impacted by outside people young and it kind of swayed you into a career. All right. That's what's up. So
yes.
What about you, Mortgage?
The
outside influences that impacted either impacted you growing up or that can impact children in general growing up.
Mortgage answered this question.
The thing is, I'm asking go ahead.
Well, basically, I mean, really looking at it, I mean, being impacted. I mean, I was looking at, you know, my family is you know, my uncles already had hard work, but I mean, I looked at them, but I mean, I wasn't really impacted by them too much. I was more impacted by me getting it out the mud because all my family members, for the most part, was like figuring out. So once I was told to figure it out, that's what I had to do, figure it out. So, you know, I mean, I'm not happy about it, but, you know, being part of the pharmaceutical industry, you know, taught me a whole taught me a whole lot, but then later on, as getting older, you realize, okay, got to shift this into some real perspective of learning what real business is. Because I'm not going to hold you. I'm not promoting it, but what I am saying is, it teach you marketing, it teach you accounting, it teaches you all the fundamentals of what business structure is. It's just not looked at in the same sense because of what that is. So knowing that, then I got into the music business, ran my own independent label, learned again, accounting, bookkeeping, taxes, all that. So now that I've transitioned from that to this, now now that I learned the whole perspective of what business truly is. I mean, I had not the normal journey that people in my position being in the wheelchair would be, but hey, it is what it is. That's why once I actually, learn how to put the paper and write this book, I have a unique book that I think a lot of people would be very surprised with. So
y'all are some long-winded. I love you.
They call me long-winded all day, but whatever.
Damn,
I mean, you wanted the question. Don't be saying that we long-winded.
I know. Thank you.
You won't get these answers.
No, you notice he ain't say that to y'all. He said that to me.
I said y'all.
You won't get these answers today.
20 minutes. It all started back in ancient Mayans, you see.
It sure did. 19 BC.
My bad. I gotta fuck with y'all. Go ahead, Flossie.
I don't want to answer this again. I did this already. I answered this already. I agreed when we talked about this, and y'all beat this shit to the bone last time. I said yes, of course. I was influenced. I was influenced by anywhere from hip hop to my mother, my bonus mom. Let me be specific. I was influenced, but we talking about outside, so that's in home. So outside, I grew up in the Bronx. There was always something influencing me. That's the best way I can answer that question. I was in the middle. No, and all jokes aside, I know we make a lot of jokes about the Bronx, but the Bronx is a very special place to me. It is where hip hop started. It is how I learned about how to navigate streets. I didn't learn street safety skills from anywhere else. I learned by being outside, and not saying, oh, I was in these streets, but what I'm saying is I was outside and I was looking at the guys rap and looking at the people break dance and looking at people selling their mixtapes. We talking about, the cassette tapes, and learning how people hustled. And I just learned how to really hustle. And whether that be, like Morgan touched on, whether it not be legal or not, I just learned how hustlers hustle. I learned that a lot just looking at what was happening. You walking home from school. I'm living in the Bronx. It ain't anything I didn't see. It wasn't anything I wasn't observing. So I was always influenced. Whether it would be, I know Kia gave very good influential experiences. Mine were really good. I didn't have too many bad influences. I just learned that, you either you gonna get it or you not. That's what I learned. The most basic thing, and nobody's giving you anything. So yeah.
See, and what I
there you go.
Oh.
There you go.
I was going to add on to it, but
No.
I was going to add on to it, but
are there rules now? I want to know the new house rules. I need to know.
I mean, shit. I thought we was doing. I didn't get my chance to go. I mean, but go ahead.
No, but basically, I mean, it really gave you a perspective of like what Flossie said, that be in the neighborhood and see different things moving, and the energy and the electricity about doing it, and then actually, whether like Flossie said, whether legal or illegal or whatever, but the aspect of building money in front of you, and you sitting there actually seeing that develop, and then now taking it, and then as you grow, now you're taking all those that you learn from that perspective, and then translating it into the corporate structure of business legally. And and I'm glad that, and I'll say this on record, I'm glad to be in the area that I grew up in.
Yeah. So this is the if you don't remember, this is the issue that I had with you and Marcy, that episode. Because he said what he said, and you got on, you agree with him. You say you agree with him 100%. And I'm looking at y'all niggas like, y'all niggas is really fucking crazy. Because there's no way you're gonna sit here and tell me that you was never influenced by outside. Like, for you to say I'm only influenced by this, it's not true. It's just not true. And I said it, but it's because it's like put it like this. We all listen to hip hop, right? I'm pretty sure we all watch Martin, right? You can't tell me you wasn't influenced by Martin. You can't tell me you wasn't influenced by watching some of the TV shows you watch. A lot of people are. How the fuck did you figure out what do you want to be in life growing up? Or did you aspire to be something? You might have saw people playing football. You say, you know what? I want to be a football player. That's called influence. You might have seen.
I wasn't, but I was influenced on my decision. I wasn't influenced on what I saw around.
What you seen or heard, right?
No, I wasn't. No, I'm being honest with you.
Gateway.
No, I was being influenced on the excitement of building money and wealth. I wasn't influenced on.
Where did you get that from?
Well, it wasn't. What I'm saying is people didn't influence. What I'm saying is
that's. Hold on a second.
So the question, you gotta when you are answering a question, here's what you and Marcy did, right? Mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
When you hear the phrase or the question, have you been influenced? Have you had any outside influences? I could tell what you and Marcy did that night. It was like, nah, what you mean? I wasn't influenced by anything because most of my decisions came from a place where I made those decisions on my own. But that wasn't the question.
Far from it. You know what I mean?
I feel like we all have some type of outside
but the question, yes, you guys weren't trying to digest the question literally, right? The literal question was
the same one, bless.
Have you had any outside influences? And so sometimes it comes from an egocentric place, your answer, where you're like, no, I wasn't influenced. No way. I told y'all during that show that a child, from the time you're an infant, you're influenced. How else are you absorbing as a sponge and learning and navigating and trying to figure out the world, right? You're being influenced by the TV you're watching. Mm-hmm. You're being influenced by the other kids at daycare. How many of us have experienced our child go to daycare, he or she come back, they are a whole nother person. You're like, wait a minute, where you learn that shit at? Because
Right.
So that's the example, right? Yeah. So that's the best example I can give you. You send your child to daycare, I promise you, your child is going to pick up 1 to 5 different behaviors. that they did not learn because they were being raised in your house. But now that they're outside,
right.
there are so many different factors. Everything is so electric, right? Everything is so exciting. You definitely got influenced by some type of outside factor.
So I get
it's like you
home.
said.
I get the
it's like you said, like you never watched the Cosby Show. You was never influenced by the Cosby Show. Like we all was influenced by the Cosby Show and having a family dynamic or some sort of frame or something out of the Cosby Show. Like I know for me,
Such
I
a nigga answer. Such a nigga answer. You know how many niggas say that? Go ahead. I'm gonna shut up here. Go ahead.
In the household with a sweat on. I did it.
I know.
And shit.
You know how many old men went to go get koofies at that point?
But look,
let Kia finish, man. Y'all ain't let her finish.
Kia. But go ahead, Kia, finish up.
I was done. I was just saying, like, we all had some type of influences by someone, some way, somehow. It could have been an uncle. It could have been an aunt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You seen them like shining, and they got, back in the day, they got their wallabies, they got 2 cars, but
right.
There's some type of influence, whether you see it or not, but somebody influenced you to do something that made you who you are today. Like, you cannot sit there and say that nobody influenced you or anything. I could say, like, my aunts and uncles, my mom, like, I always was told what to do, what not to do, even though they used to be like, kids ain't supposed to be, we used to be seen but not be heard, or whatever the case may be. But they influenced us some type of way to be the better parents that we are. How to raise our children, whether you liked it or not. But it's all like somebody influenced you to do something in life. You're not the mortgage eliminator.
Yeah, that's funny that you said that, Kia, because my cousin, his birthday was yesterday. He passed away. His sister hit me today.
Birthday
and
she
said, I just want to say, because it happened really recently. So his birthday was yesterday. He turned 55. But anyway, she said, I want to tell you
influences and what we spoke about last time.
I want to tell you that I love you, because me and my brother didn't say it to each other as much. So I'm getting better at telling people I love them now. And what I told my cousin is, I'm only 41. My cousin is 65. We just celebrated her birthday. And I told her, I said, to your point here, I said, you know what's so crazy? I love you too. And you taught me so much growing up, being my big cousin. You're like 20 years older than me. She was like, yo, I didn't even know that. My cousin was one of the flyest cosmetologists, top of her class. She did everybody hair in the Bronx, basically. She went out and hustled. She cut hair. She was one of the only females in my uncle, who's kind of famous, that passed away, his barbershop. The niggas came and wanted her to cut their hair. They ain't want none of the guys to cut their hair. You know what I'm saying? And she was that nice with it. But I told her, she just influenced me on how to be a lady, how to navigate these streets, how to not let niggas take advantage of you, how to make sure you stood 10 toes down. You ain't have to be tough, because your toughest power is to be soft, but don't let nobody play. I told her all that today. And I said, you were one of the big cousins that influenced me to shine. When I was at her party, she was like, look at you, all grown up now. You know what I'm saying? I said, yeah, you taught me that. You taught me how to do all that. You taught me flavor outside of my mom. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why the host was saying to Marcy and Mortgage, it's no way you wasn't influenced by something outside of the house, or someone outside of the house, or even an uncle, an aunt, anybody.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know, not one young man has not been influenced by an uncle or some type of older male figure that they looked at them and said, oh shit, look at that nigga.
When you're younger,
if I'm going to say anybody, now if you put it in that perspective, then I would.
Right.
I'm gonna join Marcy. I'm gonna join Bless too. I'm gonna join them all because Marcy's on. So I want Marcy to respond. I mean, I know
when you're younger,
I would say my grandma.
Oh yeah, I could come down.
Yeah, when you're younger, you people watch. You know how you people watch now, but when you're younger, you sit there and you people watch. Even though we're not supposed to be in a room when adults is talking, you sit there and you look at your aunt's clothes and how she's dressed. And
I can't say fuck the old heads.
You know, you do the same thing with your uncles. So it's not like you do it to your grandparent. You do it to your grandparents. You sit there and you watch their mannerisms. You watch how they talk to people. You watch how they love on people. So that's an influence because you're like, oh, well, my grandma, I have a relationship with my grandma because
that's the matriarch.
How she talks to me. How my granddad, he chastises me. So it's all like those are your influences, whether you know it or not, because you sat there and you watch how they carry themselves, how they had the mannerisms. You might have this rowdy one aunt who be like, okay, I ain't never gonna be like her, but somehow, some way you look up.
Mortgage, let me join Marcy on Mortgage. I'll bring you back in.
Yeah, the matriarch, that's another person. You wasn't influenced by the matriarch of your family?
I want to join Bless on the live too.
I'm gonna drop off so you can put them on.
All right.
Nobody's telling, here we go. Nobody's telling this man what he can't say. You're not listening. Here we go. Nobody said you can't say anything. It's just everybody's been influenced by something.
Listen.
I can't see it. Where's he at?
What I'm saying.
You probably wasn't listening, though.
No, listen to me. What I'm saying.
You saying listen.
No, what's good? Hold on. Listen, I listen to Vision. Listen to you rock out. I watch Vision not say anything, and then my name is mentioned. Right? I'm minding my business. You know what I'm saying?
How you doing? I haven't seen you in a long time.
Bless was popping, my boy. So
what's good? Who am I thinking to? I'm sorry, Mark. Who's just that BBW day?
Sheena.
Oh snap! What's up, Sheena?
What's up?
Yo, here you go with that shit. I'm not saying people weren't influenced by others. I spoke about myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody tell me what I didn't experience at home and what I rock with. Niggas saying aunts, uncles, fuck all them niggas because I ain't rock with them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody can tell me my upbringing, B. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking nobody. Everybody has who influenced them. I spoke about me and mine.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, that's all I'm saying. I ain't knock nobody. What they influenced, the conversation was this nigga's talking about fucking music and how it influenced people. It had nothing to do with individuals. Music. And how music impact. Hold on, my guy. This nigga impacted the 90s and all that other shit. And I said, nah, get the fuck out of here. I learned from who I learned from. That's all I'm saying. I ain't knocking. People didn't have different influences in their life. You know what I mean? The conversation that day was about music and how he said this is what had people. Yo, shut the fuck up. That's where I stood with it. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't see how Marcy came into that shit because I didn't say people didn't influence. I spoke about what I was influenced by. This nigga's talking about music.
You say he was influenced by only your parents. You said nobody else out of your parents influenced.
And I left it there. And can't nobody change my mind on that. I'm not saying what everybody else do. You know what I'm saying? I left it where it was, and you trying to change my shit. No, I'm standing by my shit. I can't knock nobody else in how they was what brought them to who they are. Nah, it's not my right to. Just like it's nobody else's right to tell me what the fuck influenced me. And that's what I stand on.
Right. That's like the 8th time you said fuck.
Because that aggravated me. I'm like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
It's all good. But listen, man. So bottom line, that conversation, the conversation started with music, yes, and then it went into influence. So as I was saying, I'm like, listen, there's nothing outside of your household that ever influenced you. You said no. And I'm like, look, and I know for one, like, we watch cartoons, we watch commercials. Shit, how the fuck do people find out what type of cereal they want to eat? How do people figure out what type of shoes they want to get? These are all influences. We watch shit, we see shit, we want to get shit, we want to do shit. These are influences. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about the influences. So it's not even just the music. Yes, we was also influenced by music. I mean, if you say you wasn't influenced by music, like I said, I told you then, I don't know if that, I mean, you say what you say, but it's like, yo, I know we was all influenced by music. I know we was out rocking and shit, listening to shit, and in some way, somehow, like we found out, like, or we wound up on certain scenes or doing certain things or whatever. We was influenced. Music is something that sways the soul. We was influenced by music. Now, I mean, we was influenced by commercials. We was influenced by people outside the household. We was influenced by things outside the household. We was influenced by fucking billboards. Influenced by our neighborhoods. We're not gonna sit here and say, and you
said that shit destroyed a generation. That's how we're fucked up. You said that's how the parents were fucked up. That is what you said, bro.
That shit, nigga.
You said that shit, and that's how Mortgage jumped in and was like, no, this was not the case.
One mic.
God bless.
No, let me know when you get back to outside influences, bro.
Yeah, we back.
I'm gonna let y'all have. I think the point you made earlier, apologies, trying to join in so eat, but I think the point you made earlier about outside influence, I think there's going to be, to some degree, there's always going to be some form of outside influence, right? I think environment matter because environment leads to exposure, right? And exposure leads to influence. For me, growing up in the 90s, I was exposed to a lot of street elements, right? And my boys who were not doing the right things, right, in the streets, whatever, I didn't look at them as like hoodlums or thugs or whatever. I didn't grow up with a huge family. So they became my family, and what they were doing became normalized.
Right.
So as I look back, I'm like, yeah, that was a lot of violence. That was a lot of negativity. You know, that was a lot of grimy things that transpired. But in that moment, it was just very normalized because that was what we were accustomed to, right? I'm not going to get into all the details of, you know what I mean, because I don't want to glorify them. But at the end of the day, what they were doing, you know, what I assimilated to, right? From hustle to gangs to you know, my approach to solving problems or conflict. I mean, I've grown a whole lot. Like the 70-year-old Les is different from the 40-year-old man, right? But I could definitely recognize that. You know, the funny thing, I asked myself, would I still be friends with some people passed away, right, or maybe in jail? But I asked myself, like, would I still be friends with individuals that had those level of mindset that I am now? And I look back, I'm like, damn, I've grown so much that I can really look back and say, damn, I was really negatively influenced, right? And that's because I didn't have a lot of family. I didn't have a lot of strong male role models, and those individuals on the block they were my role models.
Right.
So the things that they were doing seemed okay at that time.
Let me ask y'all a question. Because that's strong, and I get what Bossy came on to clarify. I get everything that's being said, but I got it then. But what I want to let me ask a question to everybody. Like, when do you think lack of something is also an influence? Like lack of resource, lack of parenting. Even if you got both parents, you know, lack of education, those things. You think those things are influence? Yeah, bless. Oh, well, I know you. Go ahead, Moss. Yeah. Mossy there?
Mark, are you still there?
What happened?
I said, do you think lack of something is also is influence, like lack of parenting, lack of resources, lack of education? Do you think those things are also influence?
Did you really just ask me, do I think lack of education, is that an influence?
Yes, I asked you.
Huh?
Nigga, do you think that lack of
No, hold up. No, I just listen. No, let me see. Like, I'm sorry, man. You know, we deal from a real place of logic. Did you really just ask me, does lack of education
Yeah, so you break it down for break it
play?
down
So,
the content.
no, hold on.
The lack of education part was like an example. The lack of education part was an example that just came off the top of the head. But the question was, it was
Oh, all right. 'Cause I'm like, hold on. Did I really just hear what I think I just heard from a college grad? Like, I don't know. I was about to be offended. I was about to say, hold on. I was about to be offended. Like, what? Like, you still hungover, bro? Like,
Chill.
like that's what I was. I mean, I was just looking at yesterday as a proud moment. You didn't go live and act a fool. Like, I was proud. I'm not gonna. I was proud yesterday, bro. I said, yo, this is dope. I said, he took heed. You know what I mean? Listen, the lack. I feel like with anything, right? When it comes down to a lack of knowledge, yeah, it lack of food. We see there a bunch of food disparities, food deserts going around. Like, yes, it impacts you, right? It impacts your upbringing, things of that nature, right? I'm not saying it does not, right? It's a given because we see it. Like, we see how the lack of SNAP benefits, and I'm not just talking about food, but the payments for what is it, childcare and things of that nature, how it impacts people, right? We see it daily. And, and we see the type of weight that it can have when you have those types of things going on, right? Not knocking it at all. And we know that it does exist. I totally agree with that. You know what I mean? It still comes back to everybody's upbringing and walk through life is different. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What's you take, Flossie?
I want to, in true Flossie fashion, I'm going to ask you to repeat it again just to make sure I digest what you asking.
I'm asking basically that does the scarcity. Is scarcity an influence? There's the lack of, like, is that an influence?
Absolutely. You see it. Okay, I'm more so in the Baltimore County area, right? Baltimore City has a lack of boys and girls clubs now. This is why the mayor is trying to do things, to have more after school programs and things like that to keep the youth out of trouble, to keep the youth off the street from, participating in things they have no business in doing. So that's an example of scarcity, scarcity of those programs. We talked about that with this topic last week or so, where we don't have those programs anymore. You don't see the programs. I have a son. I look for these programs on purpose, on purpose. There are no programs that are sending your kids to sleepaway camps for free or, after school programs that were free when not the ones you paid for. There was an abundance of free programs when we were growing up. And then in the actual realm that I service now, there's a lot of lack of resources for specially enabled folks, autistic folks. Moms don't know that there are resources out here to help them be better caregivers. It's just a whole different dynamic now. So yeah, absolutely. The lack of anything, scarcity, food, anything will definitely influence people. People start to become, when they're hungry, some people start to do what? They go out and they take, that's just what it is. So when we answer a question so literal as, are there any outside influences that influence people, period? Absolutely. It's inevitable. That is an inevitable factor. It's an inevitable variable when you're talking about the human race, period.
Right.
That's my answer.
Appreciate it. Go ahead, Bless.
I mean, I feel like that's a given, right? Like, in my story, it was a lack of family, right? It's my mom and I, which not having father in the household leads to a lack of guidance, leadership, right? Coaching, right? I didn't get a lot of that. So again, those types of resources or human capital, whatever you want to call it, I think it definitely shapes it, right? I think it shapes your upbringing. And I think for me, it was definitely the lack of positive role models. I would say I did have one role model that was like, I wouldn't even say role model, one experience that was very influential in my life, which like overshadowed a lot of the negativity, like that kept me like on the straight and narrow for some part, like aspirationally. And I think it was going back to the exposure part, like sometimes I used to go to Atlanta with my aunt.
Right.
And back then, you know, Atlanta was flourishing. It's not like where it is now, but it was definitely flourishing. But and and long story short, out there I met a black millionaire, which was my aunt's boss.
Right.
And I went to his vacation home and saw how he was living. And that like ingrained in my head. So like when I came back to Brooklyn, even though I had these influences, I still had this like North Star of what a legal black man, like, right, and how successful he could be, right, or that person could be. So I think through all of my influences, that single image, going back to exposure, that single image kept me maybe a dreamer.
Can somebody hit mute, please? Appreciate it. Go ahead, Bless.
Yeah, I think that singular experience of meeting that successful, affluential black man, and when I came back to the hood and I seen dudes risking their lives and doing all these different things for like Jordans or boosting or things, I'm like, man, they don't understand the lack of knowledge, the lack of exposure, right? That there's so much more to life than what they were doing on the corner. So I always had that, and I think like that kept me from going way too far, knowing that I didn't have to do those things to that point, that it was like super destructive.
Right.
That there was a path to success that I couldn't see past the hood, but that experience allowed me to see it.
I would like to hear Mortgage on this one as well, because I think Mortgage will have something real good to say on this. But I asked this question because, of course, we all, know, like, yes, lack of, because of where we come from. You know, what from once we once came, to where we are now. We all are really testimonies to what it is to really, like, to make it, like, shit. Even when we all met each other in college, we were still kind of on the that we was rough. Know what I mean? It was, So,
I don't know what you're talking about. I was an upstanding citizen. I don't know what you're talking about. What's wrong with this dude, Bless? I don't know what he's talking about, bro.
And he's still an outstanding citizen today.
That's it. That's it. Now, what this dude is talking about, yo?
I'll take a shot to that, boss. But
this dude is on his Vlad shit.
I didn't say it. I said it was rough.
Here he go with this Vlad shit again, bro. Come on, yo. When we got out here, like, what's wrong with you, yo?
We were definitely tithing at the time. But
yep, I was tithing. Yep, I definitely was. Yep.
I actually just recently.
What you talking about, yo?
I just recently started. Thank God. But the thing is, though, I did some research, and y'all ever know where the term ghetto came from? So
I'm sure you're gonna tell us.
I'm thinking about it. Let me get a sip first. Yeah, I'll tell you. So if you look it up on Chat GPT, it's gonna tell you it comes from Venice, and with the Jews and things like that, which is kind of true. However, it starts a little bit before that. comes a little bit before that in France. In ghetto, the term ghetto was a project, and it dealt with scarcity. It dealt with test mice, of course. Built a little project, and they drop everything in there in abundance. And what happens? Okay, you have male mice, you have women mice. Okay, male mice, female mice. I said women mice, female mice. They all have food. They all have shelter. What do? Okay, what happens if I remove this piece of shelter? What happens? What happens if I take away some of the food? What happens if I take away one of the males? What happens if I take away one of the females? Competition starts to happen. Hence the term ghetto, the projects. As to what we know, here. That's when heavy promiscuity, promiscuosities. Okay, it's a new word now. Look it up. I didn't spell it yet. I'll put it in a dictionary later. But I mean, heavy.
Hey yo.
I said dictionary, man. Whoa. How you gotta open your dictionary?
Just a minute ago, you was using Chat GPT. Now you can say dictionary. Hey yo.
Oh man, you can't. Hey yo, me on.
I'm just saying. You just said Chat GPT.
The fucking Webster's, man.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that explanation.
All right, so the shit you find words in. Know what I mean, so when they started to introduce scarcity, violence started to happen. Crime started to happen, as to which we see it in the human forms today. Drug dealing. I mean, killing, rape, women being very promiscuous. These are all the same things that happen when they introduce it to the mice. This is how it happened.
When they introduced it to the what?
Mice. It started out as a project back in I think it was the 18 or 1700s. But that's how it started. That's where the term ghetto came from, because that's how they started, as a project. And then they introduced it into the human community, And then when they introduced it into the communities here in America, it was in the black communities. They started blowing shit up. They started taking things away. They started introducing drugs. And these are the things that high crime started happening. These are things that started happening in our communities. And then also separation, taking the fathers out of the household. These are things that all were indoctrinated, and it was all written. It was all things that were tested and done and proven, and it's working still to this day. And this is why I asked that question, because it's all an influence. Because like you said, Bless, like when you're out in your community, you see things in your community, you become your community. I know when I'm walking in school, I'm 6, 7 years old walking in school, and I see niggas out there on South Franklin and they doing what they doing, I started now to become a part of what they was doing. This is as a kid.
On South Franklin?
Yeah. Pink in there. No Vlad. That's not a Vlad. I ain't say no names, nigga. Like, get out of here.
Nah, you can never be too sure with this dude, yo. Damn.
Can't wait for losing with this nigga, man. But yeah, man. So, okay, should I say MLK? Because that's the very next block. Because there's one of those everywhere in the hood. So, like, know what I mean? So, even on MLK, that's right where my school was. Between South Franklin and MLK. Everything was happening. So it's like, yo, what am I like? I started to become a product of what shit that was going on. And the influence of the people that was there, the people that I still know to this day. Some of them, the ones that's alive, the ones that's not locked up, like, some of them are still there, but they all eventually evolved. They got kids now. They don't want their kids going through those same shits. And I thought about it because knowing my situation with my father and how I never had a relationship with him, and how now I'm starting to gain one with him. And it's like, influence works in many different ways, good or bad. And it's like, sometimes the lack of something can be a good influence in your life. I realized that not having my father in my life probably was one of the best things that could have happened to me. As fucked up as it may sound, because we all need the male influence, but I had my brother, I had my uncles, because they were more positive in the ways that I probably, had I been like him, I wouldn't have been in college. I mean, I would have more than likely. I mean, who knows? I mean, God got it the way that it's supposed to be, and I'm happy the way it is. I'm happy that I now have a relationship with him. I can now see that, because now I can talk to him and not pass judgment. I can talk to him and not look and not hate him for. You know what I mean? So the influence is different now, because now it's like I've learned to appreciate what he actually probably did for me. And that's a different type of influence in itself. So that's the reason why I asked that question, because sometimes we look at things from just an influence on one type of level, but it's different levels of influence, different levels of everything. But people say I always ask open-ended questions, and I do it because you're gonna get different perspectives from those open-ended questions, because everyone don't think the same. Marcy always killing me on that shit. But
I got something though.
Everybody else.
I got something.
Yeah.
You know what a lack of hurts us every week?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
The lack of having a clock for your ass when you're talking for this goddamn long. You know what a lack of is a bonus? Hold on. You know you know what the lack of is a great thing, yo? The lack of liquor, when it's not consumed in large amounts, you actually are very lucid, so we can appreciate your long-winded dissertations that you just provided. Sheena, am I lying, Sheena?
I was about to say I'm about to back up out the chat. I'll let y'all guys have it, because the violence is violent, and I full violence out, because you definitely did a violent session with how long to go.
See?
No,
Look,
no.
it was interesting. I'm gonna give you some nice.
No, because we can't. No, because if that was one of us, we would have got cut off 17 times by you.
Right.
Oh, word.
We let you
That's
rock.
a fact.
We let you rock. So I don't want to hear nothing for the rest of this show, because you only got about 27 minutes, y'all. Top. It's 10:07. He ain't got
easily.
He ain't got much in him.
Yeah.
Okay. So he just took up 30 minutes. All right. So
I had some suya. So
they say switch your flow up.
One stop for information entertainment. We call that infotainment and the finest of fuckery. My nigga Bless is on the show for the first time. I'm gonna let him pick the next topic. So we got privacy versus secrecy. We have, do you value womanhood and manhood over what's right? We have conversations that give energy and conversations that take energy. And can you ever escape the friend zone or any zone that you may have been put in? Or also, can you take yourself too serious? Which one you want to rock with?
You just gave him like 8 topics, bro.
See, we asked Bless, man. Y'all
Can you repeat the one about the energy? I think I'm interested in that one.
Okay,
can you repeat that one?
Conversations that give energy versus conversations that take energy.
Okay, I got you. Can you expand on that?
Well, just, however you. Okay, so
in other words, no, he can't.
Yeah, that's there you go, Marcy. So
he wants you to wherever you want to take it.
Wherever I want to take it. Wherever I want to take it.
Want to take it. Pause.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No Diddy.
Here we go. A bunch of New Yorkers on the line. I don't know where this is gonna go. I'm just saying.
Do any of the ladies want to take my spot? Y'all can take my spot. Whoever. No.
Well, I'm going positive, Shane. I'm going positive.
Okay.
You know?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I think I'm definitely big on speaking energy. I think for me, speaking energy is a form of motivation.
Right.
And in the last, I would say my post Morgan, I've been big on motivation and helping others accomplish their goals, right? Whether it may be in the workspace or outside. I always look to give back and pay it forward with positive conversation, especially in gym. So the times you usually send that link, I'm in the gym. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. So I was actually leaving the gym. 6 days a week, bro. So I actually have these conversations with young black men in the in the gym, like giving them positive reinforcement. And I think the last one I had was with I think he was 29, and he was talking about his fear of not leading. He was afraid to lead, right, in the environment he's in. And we were talking about, and I was talking about, why were you so afraid, right? And the advice I gave him, and like, it's pretty much what my leader, one of my previous leaders, gave me. It's just like, listen, it's okay to fail, right? Fail. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay not to know, right? A lot of people that you may be on a call with probably don't know either, right? But it's how you handle failure and how you handle fear. And I give him an example of my leader would say, "Hey, I don't care if you know or you don't know, when you in the role, this leadership role, especially in the transformation, I'm doing like digital transformation things, your goal is to stimulate the conversation, push it forward. And even if you go down, and this is like speaking positivity, I'm bridging the gap to the point I'm making, speaking positivity into this young man, is saying, even if you're going down the wrong path, because he is in this product management field, right? Project management, product management. Even if you're going down the wrong path, someone will tell you, right? But it's how you handle that. You don't get offensive. You don't get defensive or any of those things, right? You just say, okay, well, since we can't go down that path, what are some other options?
Right.
So it's how you handle being wrong. So there's no reason to be afraid of being wrong, right? Because one or two things is going to happen. Someone is either going to redirect you because you tossed out an idea and they put up a roadblock or saying it's a challenge. We can't go down that path. Let's find the other pathway. So once I had that conversation with him, I said, there's no need to be afraid, right? And then, I just hit him with the Jay-Z line, I will not lose, right?
I will not
lose, right? I said, and I felt like that conversation was a win, because the next time I saw him and I was like, so are you ready to like step up and put your hat out there for leadership? And he said he was ready. So I definitely believe in speaking positivity.
Salute to you,
into other individuals.
Salute to you, man. I know where we all was back in the day.
I'm grown up. I'm grown up.
I love it, man. I love it, man.
Evolution at its finest.
At its finest, man. That's the influence that we are. We are now the positive influence that we. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
Why I gotta go next?
With these two,
Flossy got to get on camera. I don't even know who I'm speaking to. Flossy got to get on camera.
What'd you say, Bless?
I said, you got to get on camera, man. Let's get on camera. Like, where we at?
Let's all get the birthday shot.
I don't do shots. I don't drink.
I don't have a problem getting on camera. I was actually moving around packing, but I'll get on camera in just a second. Let me just answer the question. So the question is, the topic is conversations that take away your energy,
conversations
and
that give energy, or conversations that take energy.
There's definitely a difference between the two. So I'll give a scenario. If you constantly have to talk with your homeboy or your homegirl about, I don't know, maybe how they treat their spouse, or they're cheating, or they're constantly complaining about their spouse, right? I have a rule of thumb where I am not judgmental at all. You can tell me you did some of the most heinous things, right?
Right.
We are not going to continue to talk about the same heinous acts, though. If there's no type of progression, that's really not a conversation I'm going to continue to participate in, because now we're at a place where I'm either enabling you by even participating in this conversation, even though I'm trying to feed light into you, as Bless mentioned, I'm trying to speak positivity into you, give you some type of direction. But then it starts to take away from me because the conversation is draining. And then I walk away from the conversation drained, and now I can't contribute to the other humans out here because you've just drained me for a good 35 to 2 hours or 3 hours with the same nuances. It's not a conversation of, yo, last week I had 17 drinks, but this week I only had 5. Now that's a progress.
Right.
I don't want to keep contributing to your derelict ways if you're not trying to. Everything starts with the will and you first. So like, let's put into perspective. And a lot of us have a hard time with this sometimes. If I need to be corrected, correct me. Tell me that I'm going down this downward spiral. It's my responsibility to take that feedback, right? Because I hate to bring up the last company we all worked for, but that's something that we had to get coaching every week. We had to take in the supervisor's coaching and tell you what your opportunities were, not position or what you're doing wrong, but what are your opportunities and how can we help you get to these goals and outcomes so that you can actually grow and progress and be better. Those are the type of conversations that are giving energy, because even though it's not the best conversation, it's not great, it's not fun, it's actually a conversation that is helping everybody grow, helping everyone become better, because at the end of the day, the most important job is you. There is no more important job. And you are the job. That's what God gave you. And so once you work on yourself, you help everybody else in humanity. So I'm not interested in the conversations where, and again, we all joke, we laugh. Those are great, right? Those laughter is stimulating. You're supposed to laugh. Laughter helps the brain, And so, but when you're talking about just negative conversation, I've had this conversation about certain people in your circle. They're just negative all the time. They don't want to talk about anything positive. They find something wrong with everything. You could say the sun is shining bright and they'll come with, oh yeah, but it's supposed to rain later. Well, enjoy the sun right now. Shut up. It's that simple. So, I think it's very important that we're very careful in the type of conversations that we participate in on a daily basis as well, because that is actually going to dictate how you move. Just like if you talk to your friend at 8:00 in the morning and it's a negative start, it's gonna be a very tough turnaround for the rest of your day, And so I don't want to hear grand risings, but it's just, that's a joke. It's a joke, y'all. It's a joke. But it's very important that you're not participating in those low vibrational conversations that's draining you, because it's not conducive to your daily, your monthly, your 30, 60, 90 goal. You can, one thing I always learned was Denzel Washington said it. He's one of my favorite human black men. I'll put it like that. And he said, you never know that a distraction was a distraction until it already distracted you. And so you have to be you got to keep your head on the swivel, because there are distractions everywhere. And even those conversations, so that's all I got to say for that.
Right, so let me read what she said real fast. She said, when they constantly talk about their situation, but don't leave, don't even call my phone. That the energy vampires out there. I mean, and out here independent.
Mortgage.
Stuck, you got stuck right there. Energy vampires out here. They will suck you dry, pause. Hold a peace of mind. Don't build a loud Morgan said, "Oh well, I guess I have to change up my text." I'm going to say, agree.
Wow.
Go ahead, boss.
Yo, let's give it up for Vision for letting Flossie talk without interruption, yo. We definitely, we gotta.
Thank you.
We gotta.
Blessed, man.
Damn, yo, like I see. I can't.
I can't right now, though.
For a comment.
I'm giving you your flowers, and I can't give my guy your flowers, bro.
Thank you.
Dang, bro, I just said let's you on his flowers. I ain't even use your government name, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
See, I can see what I mean, Flossie. I ain't even do nothing wrong, yo. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Good. It's all good.
Bro, you know when you add Marcy, what you gonna get, bro?
Listen, man. Listen. However, he says that. However, you know, if you call Marcy for anything, Marcy's pulling up.
Hey, that's one thing I highly agree with. I highly agree with.
It don't matter if you
not anything.
If you need me, I'm gonna be there.
I highly agree with that. I appreciate you for that, bro. It's a balance. It's a scale.
Now, I mean, I need you to be
there.
He said, "I'm not." He said, "Blank."
Listen, what you say? Wow. Why would I be showing up? Bless. Do I party? Anybody know? Don't call me for no party. I'm not showing up.
Look, if I could have, if I have 10 seconds, I can have 10 seconds.
Turned out
I
bad.
have 10 seconds. Bro, I appreciate
He's talking about the pad.
I'm gonna try to like join more. Right, I do have to drop. By the way, I enjoy the conversation, the positivity. Seeing I'm like you. If it's not positive, if it's not progressive, if it's not growth, don't add me.
Factuals.
Right?
Yeah.
But this conversation, I definitely appreciate. I'll try to join more, bro. I'm proud of everybody here. Like, seriously, I know we haven't spoken in a while.
You.
Bless, man.
You know what I mean?
Proud of you, bro, man. Like, listen, man. Like I said, man, I wasn't joking. I said when we all, know what I mean. But
yeah. Vlad go again, yo.
We don't have to keep
go.
saying that. We don't have to keep
Come on,
saying
we don't
that.
gotta keep saying that, Vlad.
Shout out to all the black men for being where y'all are today.
I appreciate it, brother. Y'all have a good one. I'll join again. Thank you. God bless.
All right, bless.
All right, take care.
Oh snap! What's popping, young Floss?
The Flosster.
I decided to come on camera.
Ow.
I had a couple of things to do. I'm available now. I can sit still. I didn't want to have the phone moving around. Yeah.
I hit your phone in a second. You ain't answer though.
The second of what?
December? Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. Where was I? Oh, I came back from Texas.
So I was gonna be out there. I hit you. I hit Vision. It's like, yo, because they ain't answering them out.
Off the cruise, as soon as Moss hit my phone, I was like, oh shit. It's time.
So, I called.
Listen, I was out and about.
That's what I listen. Can nobody say I was? And I came out because I needed my haircut. So it is what it is.
Nice.
Can't say I wasn't there.
Oh,
right.
Do y'all see is Arthur off?
No.
I don't know.
It's only 3 of us. 3 boxes.
Hey.
Oh yeah, it's just yo.
You can't say nothing around these parts.
It's okay. You can say whatever you want, Ma.
Not a pause. I like that. I said hey, that's a good thing. I like 3 boxes. 3 box.
I ain't doing all that on here. I got your number. We good.
Oh God.
Amethyst.
God, who is that just popped? Oh, hi, Amethyst. What up,
She's supposed to
though?
be bringing some jerk chicken through. She ain't never brought it though.
Hold on a minute. You getting your workout one too. You know, I'm living in your inbox like, oh, I see you though. You know, keep up all the great work, queen. Got it.
What are you doing over there? All I see is a bun.
Oh yeah, that's all you need to see. It's kind of dark.
A dreadlock
I
bun.
like
It's not kind of dark. It is dark.
Yeah, I like.
It's not kind of dark. It's dark.
All I
All
see
y'all
is
follow me.
silhouette.
All y'all follow me. If you watch my story, you'll see me in the light, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's her. That was her. She came. She saw. You came too, and that's what matters.
Hey.
No pause.
Giggity.
Hey, yo.
Giggity.
Hey, welcome back, Amethyst.
All right. So, I think Moss was answering the question. I'm gonna bring it to Amethyst. Conversations that give energy or conversations that take energy. First conversations that take energy. However,
You asking me?
Yeah.
I said, good. You're asking.
I mean, anybody who knows me, I don't do negativity. I'm always the glass half full type person. Negative shit I don't do. Like, I'm to the point where, like, we already established, like, niggas can call me and yeah, I'm there. Now I leave my phone on do not disturb. And for those who can't make it through, the ringer is off. Because you have to set boundaries.
Right.
I mean, you get to a point, as Sheena said, a person can start your day off with some negative shit. Am I going to let it impact my day? No. I really believe in leaving it there. However, if it's the same conversation that we had 2-3 days prior and you're still doing the same dumb shit, I ain't got it. I ain't got it in me. It got to a point where I have a man who has a shorty and shorty's toxic as fuck. He's in a relationship for the kid and that's the only reason why he's there. And I'm like, yo, fam, this bitch is a bird, my nigga. Like what you want me to say, son? Like, this bitch is a bird. You know she a bird. You keep dealing with bird antics, and you're calling me complaining about this bird that you know you can allow fly the fucking coop. You know what I'm saying? And I think the first 2 times I was cool. I'm like, all right, this nigga's just calling me to vent. All right, now you asking for my opinion. Nigga, you knew my opinion the first time you called me. Let that bird go. You know what I'm saying? I get that you want to be there for your kid. It's not worth the stress you're going through, my guy. However, I have no kids. I can't speak to it. So I'm like, yo, maybe I'm not the person you need to talk to. My nigga still calls me to vent. And I'm like, nigga, I'm cold when it comes down to shit like that. If it's disturbing your peace, you get rid of it. I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying? Why are you allowing this to disturb your peace? And I had to fall back because guess what? It's taking my energy from me, pouring into a fucking pot that got a hole in it. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not catching anything because it's choosing not to. So for me, like I had another friend call me talking about, yo, I didn't get this apartment. Did you not get it or did the date get pushed back? Well, the date got pushed back. I said, well, everything is still up. So what you talking about? But I was looking for, God did it the way he's doing it because you had plans. His plans was different. You still going to be in there. You know what I'm saying? Right. And all she could do was bust out laugh. She's like, I don't know why I called you, but I know why I called you. I said, yeah, because we're not doing the negative shit. You done made it this far. I mean, you're going to be all right.
Boss, my bad. I apologize to you. Ali said,
nah, you don't.
Is a bird.
No, you don't. You could have still waited.
No, you
the
don't.
comment not growing anywhere.
No, you don't.
You want to read
it's
it.
All right, yo.
So
I'm off
bad.
No,
but I
want the boss to be cognizant that. My bad, but go ahead, boss. I apologize. Go ahead, man. I apologize.
You're not listening. He left. He left.
He gone.
The format moderator, the format is after the person finishes, then we just read all the comments. It's no rush. You know, Ali not going nowhere. Ali gonna keep commenting and saying what he gotta say. We gonna read it. But yeah,
Listen, man.
would you like to answer the question? Do you have any feedback?
You know, get Amethyst. I'll go. Tell people who you are.
What's wrong? It's the purple unicorn. It's the purple unicorn. Yeah. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, it's unfortunate. Yeah. So, but everybody that does love, does know me. They absolutely adore me, and I adore them too.
Phone, baby girl.
We can hear her. That's just you listening with your feet.
It's a little bubbled.
But what
she said, if you know me, you know me. You know.
I heard that.
If you don't,
sound a little bubbled.
Unfortunate, but that's how it is. Like with a unicorn, you know, like a unicorn, like a mermaid. It's very mystical, magical. It's a whole thing. And I love today that I heard you, girl. I saw it.
Thank you.
So, but if you know, you know. But like real recognize real, but also another real one gonna recognize that. So it's not a whole lot that I need to, run down, But I did want to speak to what you're saying tonight. So as far as energy is so transferable. If you come through the phone, if you come in person, if you come in different forms, different people, different forms, yada yada yada. Anyway, draining. Oh my God, do I know about draining? So people will drain you because they do see some sort of light. It's a light or something. Like that shit is beaming and they're like, man, this person is really gonna pick me up. And if you're like, I'm an empath, and 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna try to pick you up because I want to encourage and motivate and cultivate and try to help you elevate all of that. But those kind of people sometimes, people take advantage of the empathetic, the impact, the walking empath, and it becomes extremely draining because you're giving of yourself. You're giving of yourself. Sometimes, before Marcia left, but sometimes, like she was saying, like you giving somebody the same advice, the same thing over and over and over, and they're doing the same thing. That's the definition of insanity. I'm getting tired of telling you the same thing. Eventually, I'm gonna get tired of hearing you saying the same shit because it is draining to me, and I got real life problems. You got problems that you're making for yourself, like shit that don't make sense. So, you have to decide, hey, this is negative. This is not good for me. This is not healthy for me. I need to step back. I need to withdraw from this because it's not good for me. It's not helping me in any sort of positive way. It's actually making me feel like, have you ever talked to somebody? And like I said, it can just be on a phone. And after you have the phone, you're like, dang. Are you losing out? Like, they completely changed your mood. Like, how? We have to remove that power from people to even be able to do that. So as soon as you hear, and you can hear like how they say red flags, you can hear like keywords. I gotta go. Not that I don't give a fuck, but at the same time, in my quiet moments when we're dealing with real life shit, are you there for me? And even if you're listening to me, is that an emotion? Is that helping? You know what I'm saying? Is that like, you know what? You told me last situation. My loyalty is to you. I fuck with you. I'm on my way. And we about to address this shit right now. We're gonna think about it together. And how many people are calling you really giving a fuck like that? The world is cold. People are shitty. So I have recognized over the years that, and I'm not blowing my own horn, but I definitely have a light, and that motherfucker is bright and very inviting to where I don't give a fuck. No, I got my spades on. You know why? The eyes are the windows to the soul. Don't think just to maybe, and it's crazy, they can see it. They see it. I feel like it's a safe for me, so I can just go on them. No. We have to normalize no being a complete sentence. No period. That's
we have to recognize when people are draining energy from the beginning.
Who is this? I'm sorry. Who are you?
Mortgage.
Oh,
Hello, hi, plus.
no, not that. Listen.
He can go right ahead. You know, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I was just saying before, yeah, because you just popped in like a street and you in all black. I mean, I know I'm like black silhouette, but it's just like dark over there. We can't even see you. You're like, and you know how that negative energy is. Like, as it was kind of creepy. But that, you know what I'm saying? Fact, factual, right? Fact that is true. You have to be careful about the energy around you, the energy, like I said, even coming through the phone, even like us talking right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it's not for you, if it's itching, making your spirit itch anyway, you need to cut it off. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like, nobody is exempt from that because if you don't, it is going to continue to drain you. So with drainage, are we growing? Or are we shrinking? We're shrinking. There's shrinkage. We're draining. Like, we're becoming more weak when we should be doing 100 push-ups a day minimum. Okay, I mean, and that's just me. And I'm just saying, like, we're supposed to be like, okay, I'm trying to live forever, and I'm trying to live right. And if you're not trying to do you're not on what I'm doing. You're not thinking about, yeah, then what are we doing? I mean, not to put nobody people, and I'm giving a person advice 20 times, same shit, and I'm like, okay, why are you still sharing your location with this person if that's what it is? Like, let it go. Like, let's not block our blessings for opportunities for, you know, yourself to love yourself, first of all. And you know what? Let's normalize letting someone else love us correctly where you're not typing a fucking paragraph. You're not typing a paragraph and try to teach them. But that's crazy.
Yeah.
I do want to answer Ali's question when this is done.
You
done?
Yeah.
Thank you, Amethyst.
I will let Morgan say he got to say it, then answer his question. Right? I mean, matter of fact, read this question, then answer it, and then I mean,
he said, Ali said, "Is bird a term for a night?"
The one I was asking.
No, he for a nighttime street walker. Now, Ali. I know you ain't that.
Break it down, Flo.
I know you're not that disconnected. This is why I like when you hop in the comments, though. I love it. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna respond. But we know you know better, Ali. But okay, here we are. Okay, Jeopardy answer is bird a term for a nighttime street walker? And here's what Flossie's gonna say.
Break it down.
It can be. Technically,
possibly,
but no, Ali. Normally, when somebody is referred to as a bird, because Marcy was talking about the gentleman's baby mother, unfortunately being a bird, is normally a female who is not that. Is being referred to as a bird is maybe T notches down from the bitch word. And she's normally not that wholesome of a woman, and she gets down.
Together, man. You trying to give a nice fucking introduction.
Why? Excuse me. You gave a dissertation. See, this is what I don't be liking.
My bad. I apologize. But
let me rock for a second.
You're giving her good glamour and glitzer with a. You're giving her a dumb.
I wasn't even done. I just said it's one of those women that are not that fucking wholesome, and they definitely be giving it up pretty awful. Okay, now if you're calling that explanation or dissertation glamorous, I don't know, but I'm definitely not watering it down. A bird is a bird.
She's giving the.
Spark a little fire so that way she get a little.
She's giving the.
He don't know how to act when I'm on camera. That's why I be off camera. You know what I'm saying? But a bird is somebody that she's a female. She's not all that great in all areas, you know, and she's definitely for the street. She's down for whatever. Okay, and she's got a bird brain. Okay, that's why.
Thank you. That's what I was waiting on.
Yeah, they're not wife material.
Right.
They're not wife material.
And we're talking about energy here. Most birds take it. A lot of birds take it, huh?
He said they're not wife material, but I said a lot of birds get wife. What you saying, Flossie?
Well, I said the hoes was winning a long time ago, and I'm gonna get that on the shirt. I said the hoes be winning. Y'all be letting them win. Y'all be letting them win. Y'all be part of the winning. Y'all be part of why they winning. Because nobody wants to.
Ain't no winning over here.
No, we ain't talking about y'all specifically, but see, that's what I be saying.
Everybody that had their share of a bird doing, I mean, they stop it.
What I said was a lie.
Every man gonna say that. Every woman gonna say they not a bird. Like, listen, man. Everybody.
Listen, we talking about 2025 though.
Hold up. Let me.
I'm trying to get a very clear explanation. What's a lie?
Let me ask everybody this.
Oh, he don't want to answer. I know.
Have you ever taken an L in your life when it came to dating?
Boy, we done already answered those types.
We already. We answered that.
There's too many perfect people, man.
I took an L. We all.
No, we never said perfect.
No,
we never.
He has taken an L.
I knew exactly. Stop it, man.
Yeah, but when you.
This is why. No.
But when you. No, we never said that. We never said that.
This is why I say you gotta listen to what's being said. When I say things like the hoes is winning, they be winning because somebody took the L. Somebody decided. No. Wait.
Can I say something?
Somebody took an L and decided that this bird was the wholesome one. Whole time the bird can't even boil chicken.
Not even that. So
married her.
You stupid, bro.
No, the bird can't boil fucking chicken. Fucking ring.
They can't boil a spaghetti.
But men like it.
That's art.
They really go for it. I was saying, so what you're saying, I'm agreeing with, but I'm saying also too, let's talk about how men actually like a bird ass bitch. Why do they like a bird ass bitch? Because she's dumb. Like, so I don't really want you to be that smart, depending on what I'm doing, what my intentions are with
that person. That guy.
Yeah, like, I can completely manipulate you. You're a bird ass bitch. You dumb. You know what I'm saying? I can flex a couple dollars, whatever the fuck, man. Like, so it's all about knowing your worth.
But let's be clear, we have bird ass niggas.
Yeah, but
okay.
There's different levels.
We definitely have bird ass niggas.
Period. Thank you. Yes,
that
we
part
do.
of my dissertation because the host got excited. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that part of my dissertation. The host got excited, but it's definitely Ali. It's definitely some. Yes, you are. It's definitely some bird ass niggas out here. Okay, I know them. They the baddest bitch with a waist trainer on. Okay. You trying to figure out what is the problem?
You get back to the crib and like, oh, where the fuck your stomach come from? Like,
well, in 2025, it's a lot of feminine dudes out here.
Not doing that. We're not doing that.
Yeah, listen, yeah.
Emotional dude. No, emotional. I meant more. I meant emotional, not healed. You know, dudes out here crying and.
How many people do you know who's really emotionally put together? We're not doing that.
First of all,
I can tell you
ho, wait. If you did the work and you understand what that is, now are we saying it's completely done? No. But to sit there and say that you're not balanced or whatever, if you're not balanced, that's you. Yeah, that means balance is put together. That means balance is put together. Yeah.
If I'm telling, so many people act like they don't have moments. So many people act like, well,
nobody said you ain't got moments. That's not what we saying.
Let somebody talk for a second.
Definitely got to talk. Do not do that. Don't play nigga. You've gotten to talk quite much. Okay?
I've spoken the least on this show tonight. Yes. Besides that one time that I spoke, when Marcy said something, I spoke in Lisa tonight.
You to wake up tomorrow.
No. Go back.
No. When you wake up tomorrow.
I know it. I will. And I'll play it back. And I want you to go back and clock it. I spoke in the lease.
Listen.
I spoke in the lease.
When you use words like the lease, that's exaggeration, and I want you to stop. Exaggeration. When you say the lease, another word like I kind of spoke less than some others.
Did I get a chance to speak on this topic yet?
My God. You know what?
Did I?
She's talking about throughout the show.
I'm talking about throughout the show too.
You know what? We're not going to do this with him.
Because you can't.
We're not, because he be in denial. So bad. And it's bad with him.
No, you know when this came up? When we took, Dejon, I'm gonna tell you like this. When we talked about this particular,
he had the whole orchestra out. He had the violin.
When we had this one topic,
like I said, that was one topic. Besides that, like I said, besides that one, but when y'all said I went on whatever, that's the most I spoke.
The thing is, because we already know where you're going with this because we've been on this topic with you. When you say, "Oh, everybody act like they don't have moments," having a moment. Also being well put together emotionally.
You can't answer for me.
I'm answering for you. I'm telling you what my thing is. Having a moment and being unbalanced, and being emotionally unbalanced are two different things.
When you cut me off, as a matter of fact. I was answering when you cut me off.
I'm not denying it. I definitely did.
So let me answer my.
I know how to be accountable. I definitely cut you off because
you cut me off.
No, I won't have. I don't need a drink to do that.
Big perm.
But I wanted to.
Probably shampooed it. I mean,
but I do want to say.
I shampooed my hair. I hope I did.
Yeah. Oh yes, it looks very, very, very beautiful and very settled.
I wasn't saying as a compliment.
Yes.
Was that a compliment? I wasn't.
Yes.
This is why I don't come on camera. Let me cut my shit.
No. Don't listen to him. Hey, Flossie, stop listening to him. Stop listening to him, Flossie. Keep that camera on, Flossie.
Go ahead and go
ain't no
presentation, and then we're gonna have to respond.
Sharpen until you bring your perm on camera. I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear you right now, man. Because you off camera. You know what I mean?
Say anything. Go ahead, Bijan.
I forgot.
Right, I know.
I forgot who it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what I will say, and it's not to be argumentative, right? And then I'm gonna shut up. When you say things like, "Oh, well, people act like they're so well put together emotionally, but everybody has moments," I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take that statement. I'm gonna do something for you. Everybody's not perfect. Nobody is healed. Everybody is healing. Well, not everybody, but for the most part, you can't be past tense when it comes to the healing process because the universe and the world is forever changing. So everybody likes to get into this egocentric trajectory of themselves and says, "Oh, I'm healed." No, you're not, because there's always growth. It's always, you're healed when you die. Okay, that's when it ends.
Yeah.
When you say everybody acts like they're all, put together, and not even off what you say. I say, well, everybody has moments. You have moments. You have moments. Amethyst has moments. That does not mean that we are not emotionally a bit balanced. An emotional imbalanced person is a totally different character that we're dealing with. That's not a person that had a moment. That is a person that pathologically participates in the emotional imbalance. Okay, those are two different things. This is why there's always growth, because I will say, I'll use myself for an example. I will have a moment. However, I'm not waking up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with moments. Now that's a problem.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm being, at any point in time, we are mirrors to each other. That's what humans got to always remember. So if I'm being triggered by you, first of all, I need to realize I haven't healed in that area because why are you able to trigger me? But that doesn't mean that I'm emotionally imbalanced. I'm having a moment where I'm absolutely recognizing the trigger. You triggered me, and now I need to readdress it because I thought I resolved this part of my shadow self. It's not even a shadow self. If I ask you what your shadow self looks like, I guarantee you a lot of people would not be able to even begin to describe what that is. Okay? So, when you are talking about everybody, listen, I like to do to everybody, but I get where you coming from, host. A lot of people act like they got it together.
But I will say this. I will say this. Emotional balance is understanding when people are coming to you volatile, and they want to argue, they want to complain, they want to bring all this negative energy. I don't have time for that. I remove. Knowing when to do that and knowing when to say enough is enough, and I'm not. And I'm y'all too wild as hell.
I mean, I would drive it.
No, I'm just playing. I'm playing. No, but you have your moments. We get it. But no. I'll chop that. I get it.
No cut sharp enough.
So
say go ahead, sharpen.
So the head, girl, and we'll get your drink.
So the point being is, when you can emotionally just remove people out of your situation, then that's all emotional intelligence about you recognizing the situation. Like, I want to talk to you, I want to explain what the situation is, but I'm not going to repeatedly keep going over the same thing with you that we already talked about.
Exactly. I have a question for everybody on the panel.
Side of it or the personal side of it?
Both.
Yeah, what is emotional intelligence? Let me ask y'all that.
Emotional.
Yes. What does it require? What is the
emotional intelligence
that emotional intelligence requires?
Emotional intelligence requires patience, understanding your environment, understanding the situation, taking into account all parts of the situation, taking into account your participation in the situation, and then coming down to the solution of what that situation is that best fits your outcome and possibly the other individual's outcome. Whether that is trying to work it out with them, or, if you can't work it out with them, either stepping away from the situation and saying, you handle it from your perspective. I'm going over here to do it in my direction.
So Morgan, I love that for you. I love that.
Meditation, then growth.
No,
I ain't say meditation.
See, this and this is what you did again, Al Sharpton. My question was, what is the one and the first most important thing about emotional intelligence? And I love your answer. I did. That's why he gave a dissertation.
Yeah.
And I love what you just said. Because everything you just said was pretty much external. The one thing that is important about emotional intelligence is self-awareness.
Yes.
It requires you to be self-aware.
Yes.
You have to be aware of yourself. And what that includes is, what is it about me first that gets triggered? External does not fucking matter.
Yes,
very easy to. It's easy to.
You started to go out for a minute and then came back. I'm not sure if that's.
Yeah, I was just saying that it's easy with emotional intelligence. A lot of people think that you're supposed to be able to observe everyone else and actually make or decipher the different emotional patterns that people are participating in front of you. But emotional intelligence requires the most organic and the first responsibility. It requires self-awareness. So you can ask a person, do they have high emotional intelligence? Yeah, you can break down people in a room but you don't even have self-awareness. That's a lack. That's a lack of emotional intelligence. It's not.
What I did say, Frosty, I said you have to be aware of what your surrounding environment is and understand.
But you're saying surrounding environment. But you're saying surrounding environment.
Your surrounding environment.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with you.
You have to know when to step out of that situation.
And I think me and the host are on the same page right now. And you say surrounding environment. Yeah, when you say surrounding environment, it's still not you being self-aware.
Self-realization.
Being self-aware.
You got to think about who am I being in this moment? And that's the reason why I said that what I initially said. When I said that everyone acts like they're so well put together. And it's like, think about this. Like I will spaz on a motherfucker in a heartbeat. Know what I mean? But I also have to think about I've had out of bodies like situations where I had to step back and be like, yo, who am I being in this moment? Who am I being right now? Am I being my want to black out person, or am I being my like I really don't want to do this moment and I got to get myself together? We have moments as to where you got to realize it's all about in the moment. Who are you being? What part of you are you being? Are you being that high elevation of self? Are you vibrating at a lower level? And everybody's about vibration, lower level. And honestly, the lower level they're thinking about probably even the ground. Like there's sunken levels. So like you got to realize that sometimes the person you're being in the moment may just be who you are in every moment. Because you don't realize you have other moments that you can really get lower than that. And that's why I'm like, yo, everybody's not that well put together. They're not. Because some people lack the fucking, the capacity to realize who the fuck they're being. But yet, everybody's so... Oh no, I will never do that. I'm here with mine. Oh, you're supposed to do this. Don't tell me what the fuck I'm supposed to do. Because you don't know what I'm supposed to do. I mean, you don't know what you're supposed. You don't know who you're gonna be in a certain moment. And that's what I tell people, like, yo, as long as I have the capacity to realize that who I am being, to meditate on that. You have to be able to dwell in that moment, to dwell on that. And when I say dwell, I don't mean in harp on it in a negative way. I mean to ponder on that, like, yo, let me break the pieces down and what got me here, and how did this get me here? What reason? You gotta be able to pinpoint points sometimes, and then you gotta grow. If you don't grow, even if you do grow, you may still have that moment, but you may catch yourself sooner. That's what I'm saying. Some people act like that shit never will happen to them. Like, I will never spaz out if somebody did this. Oh, if my shorty did this, I will never do this. Don't stop it. I'm not even here for them conversations with people no more, because fucking lying. If you say every time this will never happen to me, unless you just that real.
We'll see.
God damn it, mortgage.
My bad.
Man. Yeah, I don't know what I'm
gonna say. Well, see, the situation.
Let me help you out. Hold on, mortgage. Let me help you out so you can pick back up, because we want you to talk. We do. We want you to talk. You were saying that people.
That's my nigga, but he got to stop that. Go ahead, mortgage. I get it, because he hears something, he wants to respond. So I know what that is. But that's also
in him.
I know. I got it.
It's a lawyer in him. It's cool. I grew up. Mortgage. I was raised by a lawyer. Oh my God. I was raised by a lawyer.
I get you. I do
want to say this. He has a thin line between the extreme and the reality. If someone is saying, oh, I would never do this, and they're carrying themselves like, oh, I never spaz out and I never do this, we ain't talking about those people. We talking about the people that are doing the work and that are self-aware and they are able to identify when they are crashing out in that moment. Because the average person, I will agree with the host, the average person, the average human is not all that ascended. And that's fine because everybody has their own journey. Everybody has their own process. Nobody has this super time clock where we're all supposed to be doing this at the same time. That's just not how that works. But what I do appreciate about a lot of people, and I'm going to say this, I appreciate the ones that identify their work, that identify their opportunities. I used that word earlier. I know I have these opportunities and I am willing to work on these opportunities. And no, I'm not going to discount the work that I've done on myself. So fuck you if you think that I'm thinking I'm above all. I did this work. I'm doing this work. You're going to get this work because I'm supposed to be sharing what I'm learning with you. So I don't care about you not wanting to hear what I got to say because I'm going to say it. I don't care about if I observe you doing something real foul or something out of line. I'm going to say, yo, you out of line. Because you get the same right. If we have that relationship, you have that same right. You got that same opportunity to do it with me. Call me out on my shit every time. Don't miss a beat because I want that work. I want all that smoke. I want all of it. I want to be, when I leave this earth, it's going to be a couple of things people going to say about me. I can tell you that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
She fucking lives. Number two, she never, ever kept it 100. Tell you that. I'm gonna tell, and that's not me bigging myself up. I could pull cards right now. They're gonna tell you that, and that's because I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? And when I see any of my peoples, I don't have a lot of them. When I say the tribe, I mean that. I ain't talking about everybody, but the tribe, I can definitely say you out of line for that. We might argue. We might go blow for blow. It's cool. I still love you though, but you was a foul ass nigga or you was a foul ass individual for that. And if I wasn't to say anything, I'm just as foul because that's not what I'm here for in your life. That's not what you're here for in my life. So when people act per se like they got it all together, no, I give them the side eye because it's like, okay, got opportunities. Everybody got something they got to work on. However, I admire the ones that be like, yo, I was here. Just like y'all mentioned earlier, y'all were a certain type of young men at Morgan. Y'all are not that anymore. Ain't nobody side-eyeing y'all saying, man, y'all niggas is still the same. You get what I'm saying? You got to be okay with people talking like that about themselves. You're supposed to talk highly about yourself. Talk that shit. You know, you're supposed to be like, yo, at one point I was an emotionally imbalanced human being. I was a wreck out here. I was almost a walking mood disorder. But now, today, I've done so much shadow work, or I've done this, or I've done that. I am in a better state. I ain't perfect, but when shit hit the fucking fan, I'm not the Tashina that responded when I was 19 and 20 versus the Tashina now. Those are two different people. Yeah. So yeah, I don't mind when people talk highly of themselves and say things like yo, but it's a way to read people. Some people do be bullshitting. Some people are definitely bullshitting. Man, okay. So I'm gonna quote my favorite guy one more time. This is my favorite guy. He said that anything, even bullshitting.
Yeah, it is.
I'm gonna say this to the host. I apologize for cutting you off.
Man, I mean, get out of here with that shit, man.
Yeah, but no, seriously, because
you good, man.
You gotta let him do what he doing though. That's him being self-aware.
That's me. That's
him being aware.
That's me taking accountability. That's me taking accountability
he doesn't know you good with him.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Doing what he's supposed to do.
I mean, I realized that you was in the middle of something that I do repeatedly do. So I mean, my bad. I mean, I take accountability.
The host could learn something from you. I
take accountability. She said that. I ain't say that. She said that.
See, that's how people.
I ain't say that. I generally said that.
Nothing wild. I said the host of this moment. Ain't even let me finish.
Nah,
out there on some goofiness.
You might want to go get a drink real quick. So you can take a toast for because I might go get some food. I'm hungry.
I'm saying because I didn't do anything wrong. I was just gonna say you can learn something in this moment of how this person is taking accountability.
So what can I learn from that?
Right. You can learn that people actually do that. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's not acting like they're all perfect. They don't have any opportunities. Okay. He just displayed that. Out sharpened.
She's smooth. She know goddamn well. I know people take accountability. Okay, I'm gonna let you rock. Right, go ahead, Sharpton. My bad, my G. Go ahead.
I'm never coming back on camera. I'm never coming back on camera, man.
No, Flossie, you gotta come on camera.
Problem every time.
No, you gotta.
Camera is so low.
No, we need the camera. We need your silhouette in the camera.
Let me ask you a question. What's the question? Let me ask you a question. What is the difference?
The difference is
because the energy, your energy. Listen, the energy from the visual adds more excitement to the show in terms of the conversation, the back and forth, where when you turn the camera off, you can hear the voice and the details are still impactful, but it's the visual along